Jacksonville pool.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Tim Jones here on behalf of Jacksonville APA, the home to the Boys Jacksonville pool, coming to you live from the one and only OG Cue Ball here, Dinosaur Edition. I'm going to get this all filled out, guys. We just got the teams on the table here. We got team We're Just Here versus They Not Like Us. I'm going to get everything edited, find out who they threw, and get this party started. I will say We're Just Here has a 3-person roster, so no matter what, their throw has to be all 3 of those people. Looks like Miss Kat's over there at the table getting things racked up and ready. Looks like we got Kat versus Miss Marlena to start us off here. All right, let's take a look at their lineup here. So for team We're Just Here, they're going to be playing Kat, April, and Ben. So skill level 3, 5, and then 7. Team They Not Like Us. They have all 5 players here, so they can run a little bit of a roster. They can only play one of their 6s, though, so either we'll see Cade or Richard on the stream here. Good morning, Dale. Welcome to the stream here. Hope I'm a little loud enough here. I need to turn that comp down just a little bit. A lot of music coming through. And everything should be up and running just fine. Let's test out. Okay, all right. The boom's working today. All right. We are rocking, and we are a-rolling. I'll get everything adjusted here in just a moment here because I just realized my tablet screen is still small from us doing the live streams in the office this week. So keep in mind, this is a team captain's format here, so they'll have 3 players. They'll go head-to-head each time. Same 2 players will go up against each other each time based on their lineup. From there, they'll start off 8 ball, then rotate 9 ball, 8 ball from there. And you know what? I need to find out. Let's see here. 3 and 4 makes 7. 5 makes 12. They could run a lineup here that's smaller. Let me find out. All right, both teams are running 13-plus skill level points, so both are a race to 5 here. Mama Lane comes in and says, hope you have a screaming good time today, Tim. You too, Mama Lane. Appreciate you, my dear. Ooh, Marlena firing on all cylinders right off the bat. Goodness gracious. Great balls of Marlena fire. That was actually a really good shot. James says, hey, Tim, any word when I can swap my team over 9 ball? Haven't heard from Mike Kelly. No, sir. As long as you've messaged the office, I promise you there's a lot of work coming up this week, especially with it being playoff week. The office is it's like a beehive just got kicked is how busy the office is right now. But I would be surprised if anything less than everything this week coming here. So just make sure that you have messaged office, and that's same for everybody here as well. Make sure you have at least messaged office. We have a system in place where we're able to keep track of all the text messages. That's why for some people that happen to have my personal phone number as well, and you're like, man, why did Tim tell me to text the office? He can't do it for me. Please text the office. It keeps everything in line for us. And also sometimes, like I'm driving or I'm busy, I don't want to miss anything. So if you keep it in the office message here with the main office line, everything will be taken care of. So, hey, Yank Gale. Much love to you as well. Hope you have a blessed day, too. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Appreciate you. So we'll see for sure what They Not Like Us is run, but I think they said 3, 4, and then 6. So it should be Marlena, Jose Cordero, and then either Cade or Mr. Richard Dimmick III. This is I was telling somebody earlier. I got obviously I love tournament time. I love live streaming. Love being here with you guys. And it's funny. I was telling somebody earlier. I was like, this is probably, in my opinion, and it's what I call it, the most fun tournament that we have to be a part of. This is one of those where I ain't saying you don't come in here with the attitude to win. You always want to be a competitor and have that attitude. But it's one that I find just to be a more fun, relaxed day. You're amongst fellow team captains, people that hustle and bustle with their teams. Like Kelly said, thank you so much to all the team captains involved. You're the ones that collect the money day in and day out. You're the ones that ensure your team's there ready to play and rock and roll with stuff. It's a really big deal. So Austin says, can't wait for doubles playoff and world qualifiers. There you go. Let's see. Bubba says, how do we get kicked out of the wild card in second place? Bubba, that is, again, that's a good question for the office phone, if you don't mind. For sure. We can definitely get all that explained to you as for the why. I don't have that right in front of me right this second. I don't know the why behind that, to be upfront and honest with you. So, but we'll definitely get that response to you. Bubba says, I want to run it back with the voice squad. Let's go, brother. Let's go. I love that. For those who don't know, I used to play on Monday nights on the voice squad, and that's what Bubba's referring to as that team. And we always had a good competition on Monday night 9-ball doubles, so it was fun. It was really fun here. Speaking of fun, by the way, a really, really interesting heated battle right now between these two ladies. Marlena good with them firing in shots, but Kat has the upper hand right now. Look at where the 7 is. Look at where the 3 is. But Kat is also in a little bit of predicament because the 5. If Marlena messes up this 7 here a little bit, which I think she's fixing to, she may hit into this little bit of cluster. I'm just a little worried with a lot of movement on the 8. I don't think there's a risk of a scratch here. Oh, she went behind. That'll work. Kat really needs to go. I don't think she has much of an option, but she's going to need to go after the 7. And if she can slow roll that in and still be above that 5, she can then bring that 5 down table, take 3 top right, come back around, and hopefully not get hooked up on anything and take the 8 in the same top left-hand corner pocket, but don't get stuck on top of the 8. Oh, she might be snookered. She may be snookered here, guys. Barry over there on my YouTube channel says, good morning, good morning. I can still say good morning, by the way, guys. I'm a couple hours away from noon. So that's a big plus. That's a big plus. For those who don't know here, I always crack jokes here, but I am bad about it. It'd be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you better believe I'm going to still say good morning out of nowhere. So, I love it. But, yes, good morning to each and every single one of you guys. And also as well here, I do know for a fact, I'm calling you out. I love y'all. But there are people that are in the Facebook stream right now that have not subscribed to the YouTube. Overwhelming majority of us have a YouTube channel or log in. So please, guys, take just a moment, hop over to Jacksonville APA's YouTube, make sure and hit that subscribe button, guys. Mike and Kelly do a lot to help provide the streams here, hire me each time to do so, and it's a really, really big deal. So please, guys, if y'all are enjoying the content, it's just one of the things we ask, helps us out. Just to be able to have a large reach. We've had more people now than ever coming into the streams that aren't affiliated with Jacksonville APA, and it's growing. So we definitely want to continue growing the content, and it means a lot for me on a personal level from a growth perspective as well as a streamer and commentator. So. By the way, guys, we do have two tables side by side going on right now. Table 24 here, and we do have table 25, very own Miss Mary Turner on that table right here. And let me make sure I got the screenshot, and I do. Miss Mary is versus Miss Debbie, both skill level 4s to start off their situation. Miss Debbie playing for Team Destiny, and top brass for Miss Mary. That was a nice timeout, wasn't it, Austin? That was a very smartly played timeout. I tell you, you could look at it and see the fact that Ben's team, Ben April and Kat, are running a 3-person team and be like, they're at a disadvantage. I actually think they're at a huge advantage for doing this. I'll be honest with you. I would much rather see more teams involved and be up to, because we're up to 17 already, but be up to, say, 20 teams, and a couple more of those teams be 3-person rosters, because that's all you have to run it. So as long as you can make the proper numbers, that's all you need to run it for the day. And, I mean, just what a trip and a half that would be, right? I mean, just imagine Vegas, again, fall time, because everything's changed. Keep that in mind. A lot of the Showdown series, with the exception of Team Captain, has moved to the spring time frame. Team Captain is still in the fall, which is during the normal 9-ball and 8-ball teams Whirlpool Championships. This is a good opportunity for Miss Cat to get that first point on the board for her team. Here we go. Big money, no whammy here. I actually kind of like going rail first on this, to be honest with you. All right, she didn't scratch. She didn't pot it. She didn't scratch. Pressure's all on Marlena here. The nice thing is she might be able to finagle this a little bit. I'm just worried about rattling in the top right-hand corner pockets by trying to finagle this. Don't go down on it. Stay on top. Stay top. There you go. Small bounce, small bounce, small bounce. All right, that was a great pop by Marlena. Good shot. Here we go. Nice smooth roll. Beautiful. I always forget that Marlena normally likes the stop shot. She did a little force follow there. Nothing wrong with that. She had plenty of rail. It's actually really, in my opinion, healthy for a pool player to let their stroke out when they feel comfortable. Keeps you less tense. Cade bringing the timeout here, just kind of showing her where to pot the 8s. Or I'm sorry, she knows where to pot the 8, where to hit for the 8s. Well, good first battle between the ladies here. Team, they not like us, getting the first win. All right, up next for sure is April. Easy lineup here, and then I think, yep, Mr. Jose of the Cordero coming on to the live stream next. All right, while they're racking, let's check in on the other table here. Miss Debbie versus Miss Mary. Mary over here. Again, these two teams is Top Brass versus Destiny. Top Brass being led by Mr. Hugo. Team Destiny by Mr. Keith Richter. Actually, Destiny's got a fairly strong lineup here. I see Mr. Chris Martin on there, Boo Man over there. They actually got a really strong lineup here. Let's see here on 9-ball what the break. Mr. Jose on it. Well, that is a good break to start the day here. Eyes on the 1, trouble for the 2. Naturally, that cue ball is going to come downfield. He might be better off playing a defense here. I kind of like force following this 1 into the bottom corner here and letting it bounce over. Oh, you got to watch for the scratch, though. But that was it. That was the shot. Right there, he was going to for sure get into the mess. Some way, shape, or form. I would say the odds were for him, and here he is, unfortunately, with the scratch. Now, keep in mind, this is racks-based. This is where it gets interesting. Early 9s are absolutely allowed and will close out the points. This is not like normal 9-ball that we're used to where every ball is a point, 9 balls worth 2. No, sir, everybody. This is racks-based. That 9-ball is the winner, chicken dinner. April with a nice, normal, simple pot there on the 1 ball. Eyes on the 2, not the best shape. Good try on the cut. 2 balls going to end up behind that 5 a little bit. Cue ball's still going to leak out, though. Jose will have eyes on it. Trying to keep eyes on the second table here and see the winning pot. Try not to miss it. That way I show these lays off a little bit as well. So I've still got a moment through this 8-ball rack to go. We're going to stay with team We're Just Here and They Not Like Us. Team They Not Like Us screamed out earlier about throwing mustard on the beat. Very confusing. Don't know what they mean there. I put some mustard on a hamburger. I don't know nothing about mustard on the beat. Austin, of course, explained it to me here. Austin, it was me being sarcastic, brother. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you. I was making a joke here. And I missed it here. I know. They're Kendrick Lamar best references. I'm making jokes. I love it, though. I love the fact you guys all came to my defense like Tim doesn't really know what this is. So on the second table, Matt is going up against Patricia here. I'm waiting for a word back because that rack ended fast. I thought there was some extra room there for that rack to go on for a minute. And no, I saw Miss Debbie walk away just a second ago from the table. So next rack of 9-ball for the second table, Team Destiny versus Top Brass is going on as we speak here. Mr. Booman Rooker himself. And Top Brass, so Miss Mary got the win on that one here. Zach over there keeping me up to date on text messages. Thank you, Team Captain Zach. Guys, we do have a brand new session about to begin. Please take advantage. This is one of, again, my humble opinion on it. Call it what you want because it is still competition, but this is one of the most fun tournaments that APA offers. And we have 2 team captain spots this year. 2. So it is double the chance here for you to be able to get in on that opportunity. So. Yeah, this is a fun day. A little back and forth, switch between 8-ball, 9-ball, 8-ball, 9-ball. Keep on going until the team hits their dedicated amount here, which in this case for both teams with the skill levels they're playing is 5. Austin said brain fart. No, brother, you're good. It just means my sarcasm was highly effective. That's all that means. Oh, did he? Okay, he's looking for the bridge. I thought he tipped it for a second there. I was like, I didn't see it move, but good sportsmanship call on his part if he did. But no, that was not what happened. Mama Lane said, I want to play. Need Logan Lane to give me a promotion. So it's funny you mentioned that. I would love to encourage here as well. Keep in mind for Double Jeopardy divisions. This is I'm giving you guys a little sneak peek trick here. I want you to take advantage of. But keep in mind for Double Jeopardy divisions, you can have one person listed as captain on one side and the other person listed as captain on the other side. So you could have 2 of your necessary 3 players ready to go for a team captain's tournament once you meet the qualification standards. Which, if I remember correctly, and don't hold me to it because I'll ask Kelly when she comes back by, but I'm fairly certain team captains requires you to be for 2 sessions as captain. I believe that's the rule, is 2 sessions. Also, guys, don't forget as well here, I'd love to remind y'all that we will have live streams coming from the office this week Got some bylaw updates. Got to be able to pull wild card information for you guys. So please do remember we got that as well. Gary said, wish they hadn't made it just captains and not co-captains here. So, Gary, that's a great point, my friend. That is APA National. This is a captains-only tournament here. It is a national ranking, national-style tournament. And so that is not a choice on the individual league operators area. That is a higher-up situation. But I will say, Gary, it is crazy super simple to go ahead and get a team started. We got new divisions starting. I know 9-Ball North. We're working on stuff like that. If you're interested in a particular area as well, message the office. We have a huge, I do mean a massive list. I mean, you ought to see the Excel files, but we got a massive list of where teams want to be, stuff like that as well. And so if you're like, hey, like I got me and a couple people, I would like to start a team on XYZ night at XYZ location, message us. Let us know. It's easy to start a team up. It really is not that difficult. You got to keep in mind, you only need 5 to play. 5 within the 23 rule. Keep that part in mind. Don't go getting forfeits right off the bat. Forfeits played a big part, I would say, during the wild card draw. There was a couple teams ineligible because of hitting the forfeit limit. Gary says, feels like it used to include both. So what you're thinking of, my friend, is there is, and I don't remember if we're doing it this year. I don't think we have it on the calendar, but there has been, at least in the past, a captain, co-captain fun tournament. That was a fun tournament is what it is. So that was officially like a not Vegas qualifier, not national office dealio fun tournament, like legit, like just meant to be a day of fun. But there has been a captain, co-captain tournament. But I promise you the team captains tournament has not changed. It has always been team captains from everything that I remember. Now, I'm sure there may have been a point in time that may or may not have been true, so I don't want to misquote, but we're down to the last 4 object balls on the table. Mr. Jose Cordero back to the table. Nice slice on the 5-ball, top left-hand corner pocket. It's going to bring him super far around, though, is the problem. He's not going to have good shape for that 7. Yep. It's going to keep on rolling. It was that was a tough one. If he was to hold it in that top right-hand quadrant, I would have been surprised. Very surprised. Gary said probably what I'm thinking of. This would have been a decade ago. Yes. Yep. All right, timeout on the table. He's discussing the 7-ball. I think he's wanting him to hide it right there behind the 8 with him pointing over there on the left-hand side of the 8-ball. I definitely like that option. Might say it'd be nice to name. Yeah, we literally have the host location banner there, top right. Now, I still got to adjust my stream. I didn't want to do it in the middle of the match here, but unfortunately I had my my view here scrunched up from being in the office this past week here. But absolutely, man, my friend, I literally start the stream off by talking about being here at Cue Ball Billiards and by giving the host location a lot of props and things. So I appreciate the recommendation, Mike, but I promise you it's in there. Yeah, this is a very tough defense to get, Gary. That's right. Guys, in case you're wondering, on the Facebook and YouTube side of Jacksonville APA, who I'm talking to, we're live on my YouTube as well. So we got 3 total streams and 3 different chats going all at once. And that will do the trick right there. He lands it perfectly. Great timeout. Well played here. Quick little instant replay there, top left of your screen. April's then going to come in all the way downfield. That is going to be very, very tough to hit. Very tough to hit. John Hummel literally sitting here playing, not even 8 feet from me, saying, "That's Tim Jones, sir." I appreciate you, John. That man's over here playing for the team captain's tournament right now as we speak. That was tough. I'm surprised that they opted to go down. There's definitely the chance of opening up and potentially potting the 7, but you want to go shorter distance on your shots there. Shorter distance here. Very small miss there on that 7. Very small miss there. Rattling in the pocket. Jose will get the bridge out, the extendo bridge. There we go. Slow it down a little bit. He's going to get close to that. Wow. So Kelly just gave me a good tidbit of information. This is actually kind of interesting. So keep in mind, you can always contact the office if you're interested for play at the new Diamonds or at 9 Ball North. Both are going to have multiple new nights in the works. So if there's a particular night that you're looking for, don't hesitate to message them and be like, hey, I'd like XYZ night. I'd like to make a team, etc. Also, interesting here, in case you're interested in a beaches travel division with the Moose Lodge. Very, very interesting there. I haven't personally been to the Moose Lodge yet, but now I'm interested to go by it and see. Gary says, so is all singles games? Haven't looked up how this works since I couldn't play. Yeah, Gary. So the way it works here is they keep rotating. So you have up to 5 people on the team. You throw a 3-man lineup. You go from lowest skill level to highest, and you choose your lineup and lock it in from the get-go. So no matter what, April's going to continue to be against Jose, et cetera, et cetera. So now we got, for sure, Ben to the table here. I ain't telling him nothing.
Tell him I made up for last time.
They said put Ricky.
Ricky? Okay. Hardest part. Oh. 8 Ball getting a lot of movement there. Wow. All right, so go back to explaining how this tournament works here. So again, 5-person team, 3-person lineup here. You lock in the lineup from the get-go. Again, you go from smallest to highest in skill level. You can play a maximum skill level of 15. Also, for those Super 7s out there, you only go based on a skill level 7, not 9, in their 9-ball ranking here, so they will only be listed as a 7. You can only play one of the higher skill players, a 6 or a 7. You cannot play 2. Even if you could field it, you cannot play 2. From there, again, you go in order from smallest to largest here in skill level. And you start off an 8 ball. then 9 ball, then 8 ball, then 9 ball, and you keep rotation completely for the entire matchup between these two teams until one of the teams reaches the required race points here, which in this case both teams are between the 13 to 15 for combined skill level, and meaning they will go 5 to 5 points. So right now, They Not Like Us is in the lead up 2-0. But first team to 5 gets the win. It doesn't matter how you win in terms of that, right? It doesn't matter whether it's 5-4, 5-0. It just gets you the victory, moves you along in the bracket. So it's again, this is why I call this a fun tournament in my eyes here, right? It is still, again, I always want to stress this, it's still a Vegas qualifier. Please don't let me call it a fun tournament and take away from that fact. They are competing for a huge prize day where their flight, their hotel, taken care of. So, and again, we're going to have a second one of these later on in the year. All right, bear with me for just a moment, guys. I've got to adjust this. I'm going to get it fixed up a little bit here. There we go. I'll make some more tweaks here in a moment, but that should be a little better. That was bugging me. Ooh, Ricky going for a little combo wombo there, top right-hand corner pocket. Bid with a pretty decent run and layout here. Look at that 5-13 stuck up to each other, top left-hand corner pocket. So I'm assuming he's going to work on clearing this bottom half of the field. He's already looking at the 4 ball, but there's a pretty normal run here. Ooh. Rattles it, but takes the pocket. 8 ball, that's not a bad leave at all. Yeah, I like Ben's solids right now overall. Try not to be too biased being on team with Ben from before, but just really looking at the layout here, I think I would. If I came to the table like this and I had a choice, I think I'm going to go solids, because that 5-13 situation, if you can get in line up with it, you can actually roll in for the 5-13 to go in together. But I feel like just because you got the 2 stripes there towards the closer top head rail, you do at least have the 14 ball that will help you start working on those a little bit. And honestly, actually, I'm going to use that 12 off the 13, get a little breakout there. Then with a nice slice there in the left-hand side pocket. Bounce back out. Looks like he should still have eyes on the 7. And honestly, if he rolls this and can roll forward just a little bit, he might be able to go after that 5-13 combo right now. It's not something I would normally, want you going after. Yeah, roll down. He wasn't quite straight enough in on it. It's not something I'd always want you going after right off the bat, but if you can put bottom on your cue ball, it's going to turn in top on your 5 ball, and it will follow in on the 13, and you'll pop both at the same time. It's going to be interesting, though, if he ends up leaving it to last. I'm going to be really surprised. Really, really surprised. He might actually, he needs to take it sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. He's staring at it. He knows it's the problem. But yeah, Gary, on the YouTube side, it is all racks based. Every rack win, it gets you the point. It's going to be tough for him to complete this run. Luckily, this should come one way, rail, pop right back out in a good view for the 5-13. But may not be a bad leave. Still up close to the 9, but there's good run potential here for Ricky. If I was about to say if he could use that 12 again, but the 12's closer to the top short rail from this point of view. I don't know if he can use the 12 to get a bump into that 13 to break it out a little bit more. I don't think that's going to be the possibility. Yeah, Gary, I'm not sure why he fired at it as hard as he did either, to be honest with you. Good smooth stroke. He would have gotten back out to have eyes on that 5. I mean, that 5, there's a good chunk of the table. You can see that 5 from if you're below it, so. Ricky's trying to work out a way to work on this 13. There he goes. Oh, slams right into it, though, a little bit too perfect. And 5 just kind of snuckers right back up in play. Ben might be stuck here. I may have been wrong in talking about solids here, but I think going after that 5 a little earlier would have been the better call. So. All right, he's kind of taking over the pocket a little bit. And looks like he's left Ricky here with maybe the 15 right-hand side pocket, or go with potentially, if the 13 goes by, a 13-9 combo. He's not going to want to go swinging for a 13-11-9 combo. That's going to be wild for sure. So take your 15 here, roll on forward. Slow roll into your 9, take your 11. Take your 13 next top left, 8 bottom right. Ooh, a little harder than what I was expecting him to do. So, I mean, he can still take the 11 last either way, but. Oh, no, the pocket's tied up again. Ben, it's going to be tough because he's shooting from the rail, but if Ben can tie up this bottom right-hand corner pocket, he may be in a better position. This is tough. This is a very, very tough play here. He's trying to put bottom, still force the 5 on through. And he's going to get a great leave out of that. Wow, what a shot. That works. That works very well. Goodness gracious. Yeah, even Ricky's already calling while he's back at the table. He's calling for a timeout. Man. Yeah, Gary, I like the idea of missing the 1 on purpose. I like the idea of pushing the 1 down here close to the bottom right. Miss it. Don't make it in the pocket, but get it close to that pocket so that way hopefully you block up the 8. But his problem's gone now, so that is a big deal for this rack. Very, very big deal. And honestly, it's the turnaround that we're just here needs. If they're not like us, gets up 3-0 right off the bat, this is going to be tough pickings to come back from. Not impossible, but very, very tough situation to deal with. Sometimes luck's a better option. I think he was going for the pot here. I don't think he was going for the accidental leave, but he was definitely going for the make here and move stuff around. That's going to be a good hit right there. And not a bad leave. 5 balls blocked up here by the 11. Ben's going to be forced here by Luckover to go after the 1. Good distance shot, a little bit of a tester. Not too much of a cut. But you're talking about solid 2, a little over 2 diamonds away from that pocket. But I will say, Gary, I do agree with you. Sometimes you do need the rolls on your side. Everybody gets them from time to time. That's why I always laugh when people were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe how lucky he got." And this, I'm like, it happens to all of us. We all get it sometimes. Some of us shop at Amazon more than others and get horseshoes by the bulk load, but it all happens. Also, guys, we will have continuous play throughout the day here. Speaking of continuous play, I think some jump over real fast here because they are booking it over there on the second table. Zach's team here up 2-0. And that is team Top Brass. In fact, Zach now is playing against Bama. And he is on the 8-ball. I will turn it right back over here just a second. But this is running almost like the same way it's been running over here on the first table. Again, this is team Destiny versus team Top Brass. Top Brass, that's Zach at the table right this very second here. Oh, small miss there, top right-hand corner pocket. Bama will have the ability to retaliate here and maybe get Team Destiny on the board. And right back over Ricky with a great pot there. 11-ball top right-hand corner pocket. Good shape on the 8. A little bit of an angle here, but nothing too crazy. Jason, what's up, bud? Welcome to the live stream, man. Glad you're here. This is the chance to be up 3-0. And it will be a small rattle there, bottom right-hand corner pocket. Pressure to bend, though. Not a great leave. That 8-ball is sitting very, very, very close to that pocket. Jason says, good morning, Tim. I can still say good morning to you, too, Jason. It hasn't jumped into the afternoon time. Checking out on the table real quick here. Let's just see. Oh, Zach's back to the table here. I missed Bama's shot on the 8. Again, this is playing out almost exactly the same between both teams. One team up 2-0, and that's Zach's team right now, Team Top Brass. That is Zach at the table. We're going to come back as soon as ready. Ben's ready to shoot here after this 8-ball. And Zach gets it. His team will be up 3-0 right now in the race to 5. All right, back to Ben. Gary says something that I say often. He says, I can see all the defensive possibilities in the world while I'm sitting here. Yes. Yes, you can. If it rolled some more, he would have had a chance here, but it looks like Ricky should be able to pot this 8 just fine and be up 3-0 in the overall team score. Cannot believe that happened. That was interesting. Ben's got to look this gift horse in the mouth and say thank you. That was a deserved miss. Yeah, he went about it the wrong way. Went about it very assuming. Very assuming. Take every shot as a normal shot here. Don't let your brain think otherwise. Tables will humble you. And with good out potential here, just a normal run. Again, that was a normal run for Ricky, too, so I'm a little surprised. There we go. Ben with the opportunity to get his team onto the board here, and then Miss Cat will be coming back up next. Again, don't take this for granted. Go through your normal pre-shot routine, chalk up like you normally do. Normal stroke here. And a good out. Nice job by Captain Ben there. Miss Cat versus Marlena coming back up again. All right, team They Not Like Us still up 2-1 right now. Back on the second table over here, we are joined back again. That's Miss Debbie Smith at the table versus Miss Mary Turner. Again, the matchup over here is 3-0 in favor of Top Brass. Gary says normal had one hand that shot too, but Vegas tournament isn't normal. Yeah, you can't go pulling that stuff out. You can't go pulling that stuff out. All right, back to the break here. Miss Cat will be the one to break. Keep in mind, the person who breaks is the team who won the previous rack. So it has nothing to do with your previous matchup against that same person. It has to do with the previous matchup of your two teams. Does that make sense, hopefully? Jay says, I bet he doesn't try that anymore, one-handed shots. I bet you he doesn't. I bet you he certainly doesn't do it on the live stream. Yeah, that was disappointing. That's what I'll say here. Marlena with a good fire there, but the rattle in that bottom left-hand corner pocket. She does go with them shots here. I would say she's a pretty tried and true straight shooter for her skill level, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But let's see if this can be the tide turning for Team We're Just Here. Maybe they're just here just to get the win. And get themselves a trip to Vegas, where yours truly will be following around the teams again this year and giving you the action from Las Vegas as well. All right, guys, sorry about that. I'm back here. We'll discuss a couple days with Kelly here. All right, Miss Marlena on the 4-ball. Good pot. Cue ball's going to travel on over like natural. And honestly, I just like a defense here. Kind of split the difference. You got a sea of 8, 6, 7, and 9 that are playing blocker here. Play a nice little defense. Oh, no. She hits bottom, forces that cue ball right into that top right-hand corner pocket. Take a quick look over here. Miss Debbie's on the 9. Ooh, trying to fire on the bank. Woo! That was about to get very, very spicy. Miss Debbie Smith was just there on the table. That's for Team Destiny. Keep in mind, they are down 0-3. That would have been a huge 9-ball bank there. We're going to keep eyes on this for just a second when Miss Mary Turner to the table. Miss Mary Turner going for the bank as well. Hits it smooth, but doesn't let it open up enough. Right. Jason said something very important there. He says, tell my students, every shot, no matter how easy, you have to give the shot its due respect. Yes, you do. That's a good point here. We're going to flip back over because Kat's making a run against Marlena here, and she has great shape. Look at this set up for the 8 to the 9. She can slow roll this. She can hit it into the rail first. Just don't be above it. Whatever you do, don't force follow. Oh, she force followed. Made that 9 a little tougher there, but she just barely misses the 8. Marlena is going to have the opportunity here again. All right, timeout here. Cade just talking about the run. Using a little bit of bottom, maybe bottom right. Ooh, she lets it track all the way down. Hits it too hard. There's a lot of energy to be left on that because of how thinly she was going to be hitting the 8-ball. Marlena is in a little bit of a predicament. Speaking of predicaments, oh, we might be able to catch the other table too. Marlena swinging for the 9. Miss Debbie swinging for the 9. Marlena with a small miss. Miss Debbie with the win, though. That will get Team Destiny on the board 1-3 versus Team Top Brass. Big, big congratulations there. Yeah, way too hard of a shot. Way too hard of a shot there, but good out. Again, this is Team Destiny versus Top Brass. Up next on the tables here, we have here, Mr. Booman. Yeah, Mr. Booman. It's funny. I was sitting there looking for his name on the other team. I was like, where's he at on here? Mr. Booman Rooker here coming to the table here, and he's against the one and only Miss Trisha Holton. Marlena got the point here. Team They Not Like Us getting the win on the other table. Up 3-1. Both tables are playing exactly the same. This is the wildest thing ever. Like, they're copycatting each other. Copycatting each other. All right. April versus Jose coming up to the table again. Again, because Marlena got the win for Team They Not Like Us, Jose will get to break. Who? John Hummel, stop it. We may have lost internet. All right, sorry, guys. I am back here. Let me see. All right, looks like we should still be back up and running. Yes, Cammy. If you can hear me here, sorry. We seemed like we had a massive internet blip there. Cammy, that wasn't the wildest one yet. The wildest one was a one-handed stroke for the 9-ball. Sorry about the blip on the internet, guys. Outside of my control here. Looks like everything should be back up and running just fine. Yeah, there we go. We're definitely back up and running. All right. I'm sorry. We back in action. Let's talk about it here. April playing defense. Leads Jose very snookered up against the 4-7-2 situation. He's got a lot left on the field, though. 4-7-2, 5-3, and 6. April looking to get another point here for team. We're just here. On the second table, same score. Exact same score, which is, again, the wild part of this whole situation. But Team Top Brass is up 3-1 against Team Destiny. Now, Top Brass, that is Zach Burgess, Jose Santiago, Hugo La Madrid, Mary Turner, and Miss Patricia Holt. Now, keep in mind that they have to run with Mary and Patricia no matter what, because Zach, Jose, and Hugo are 6, 6, and 7, and you can only run one of the higher skill level players. April with great run potential. No, she hits it a little too hard. A little too hard. Oh, man. Weebles, wobbles, and doesn't fall down in that top right-hand corner pocket. I was about to say, Jose probably going to start on the 5 here if I had to assume. He's going to be treetop there. I feel like that fits his style a little more versus going after the 2. Slow rolls it, though, but being treetop messing him up. April's going to have a second chance here on that 12 ball. She's going to have a lot of opportunity for those last 2 stripes. She's going to be likely stuck in that top right-hand section unless she force follows this to no end and actually maybe gets a breakout on it. Yeah, she didn't even have the angle I thought she did at first to pop on up and off. Came over there saying April getting the game here. Naomi in there saying, let's go, April. Let's go, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Mama Assonant said, let's go, Zach's team. I don't know the name. That's Team Top Brass there, Mama Assonant. Oh, I love it. Got to see them first day this morning here with little baby Jasper. Cannot believe it's about to have been a year. That's wild. There we go. There we go. She fired that so good. What a clean combo. I get the cue ball drifted down a little bit, but that was, that was an extreme. Look at the distance between the cue ball, the first stripe, and then the 9 ball to the bottom right-hand corner pocket. That's the 10 ball to the 9. Look how clean she hit this. That was, goodness gracious. And almost completing a nice bank, too, with eyes on the 8. Don't think the 8 goes by the 2 to that top right-hand corner pocket, but she still kept herself within view. April really doing a great job applying some pressure to Jose. Jose saying, hey, I won that first rack. I'm ready to win rack number 2 and put my team on the hill. He's got to play it smart, though. He's really got to start putting himself in April's shoes here about where you would want to have that cue ball if you were her. And in his case, flip it and reverse it like Missy Elliott style. And do not leave the cue ball where April would want it. Timeout being called by Ricky. I think this is a little early on the timeout here. It's a little early. 8 ball still blocked by the look of it. I think he's just possibly worried about the one situation here, and that is, of course, Jose leaving eyes on that 10. But I feel like he would end up hitting this, and because of the angle, he'd naturally go back up and possibly hide to where the 2 and 8 are playing blocker unless he overstroked this shot onto the 7. So I don't know if he was quite enough in trouble for the timeout, but you got to know your teams. You got to know your players here. And this may have been the best call right now. It's that way too hard. Way too hard. April needs to look, see if that 8's got enough room to go by that 2. If it does, Jose is in trouble on this one. If it doesn't, he may have another chance at the table. Unless she's perfectly straight to roll up, which I think there's just a timing angle. It looks like the cue ball is a little bit left of the 10. She's going to make it jet out. She could use some bottom here, actually get that right-hand side, but I'd be afraid of the scratch. Hits it decent. A couple things get movement on the board. 10's left in an okay place. As I hope everybody is having a blessed and wonderful Saturday. Again, for those just tuning into the stream, because I see quite a few of y'all hopping on in. Keep in mind we're here for the first of 2 team captains tournaments. There will be a second one later this year. On behalf of Jacksonville APA, the home to the Voice Jacksonville pool, that's me. And we're here at the one and only cue ball billiards here, the OG Dinosaur Edition. And then I overheard Jose's like, of course, the one spot on the table where I don't need to leave it. You've got to be very cognizant of it when you're going after those shots. If you're not sure and you're like, look, I don't quite understand where the cue ball tracks in a lot of cases. If you know where your object ball is at and you're going towards that direction, then just go ahead and assume the cue ball is going to be somewhere towards that direction, right? No matter what, the cue ball is going to be left in the bottom half, very likely, of the table. It was going to be somewhere below that 10. And realistically, he was better off trying to see if he could figure out a way to get upfield. Now, granted, the 2 was hidden by the 8, so he didn't have a lot of options, but you got to start taking some of those things into consideration. Because April's going to get that last 10 ball closer and closer and finally start swinging on that 8, whereas Jose still has a 5 object ball still on the table. Although he did say a moment ago he redeemed himself from his last time being on the live stream, so we'll see if he can do it a second time. Oh, no. No. That was a major, major miss. Bottom left here. April will take it off that top short rail and then come right back in view. Looks like Team Top Brass got the win. No, I didn't get the 9 on the snap on the stream. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Who got it?
We did.
What was it? You? Zach got an 9 on the snap on the stream here to win his match. Team Top Brass continues on in the winner's side. Team Destiny here will face their destiny through the 1-loss side bracket. Congratulations to them. Oh, bottom left, April, bottom left. Unless they, I don't think the 8 has room, but unless the 8 has room to go by. Hassan says, yay, Top Brass. Yes, your husband did good. She done bottom left there. She should be able to pull it back out close to where she was beforehand to be able to have a better option on the 8. But it must have room to go by. If it had room to go by, there was no reason to do what I was saying. All right. Let's see if Jose can make sure to take a look at the table this time around and not leave that cue ball in a placement where April would be so happy to go after that 8. Jose walking the table, really taking a view here. I like that. Well, looks like he's already aiming up for the 5 instead. I don't blame him. Clearing off the bottom half of the table would be a good call. He's going to want to be careful, though. It's almost like he set himself up to keep on going back and forth, back and forth. It's a lot more work to do to keep going cross table like that. So it looks like maybe he's going to play a defense here. This is going to be a good choice. Well, he just kind of stabs right into it. And he's still opening up a little bit of a window for April. She's still got good eyes on the 8. Keep in mind when you're playing a defense here and you want to leave the cue ball somewhere, if you can, again, just imagine a little bit, and it's just all dependent upon you knowing, right, kind of which direction your object ball is going to go. He could have let that open up a little more and maybe put a 3 in a more favorable place. This is a steep cut, though. Over 2 diamonds away from that top right-hand corner pocket. Very steep. Hits it good. Good try here. Dodges that left-hand side pocket. Now Jose has the ability to start working through some stuff. 4 ball first. Looks like he's got a line there that should take him right in between the 7 and 8. Go after the 2, 7, then the 3. So you're going to go 4 right-hand side pocket, 2 top left, 7 right-hand side pocket, 3 bottom right, 8 top right. You got to run away from the fear eventually. And if you go after that 4, as long as you just give enough oomph here, you should be able to travel on up table. Even if you don't go between them, you should travel up table. Slow down, keep on, don't get clipped up on top of the 4. Oh, he's in a predicament. He's in a predicament here. He needs to be back below it. Go after the 7. Use the bridge here if you got to, so that way you're not tree-topped with your bridge hand and maybe you can get a little better angle. But just go after 7. Push it closer. But I would say just push it closer to the pocket here. Well, no match on the second table. There you go. Smart defense. Good play by Jose. Glad to hear that. Glad to see that. April does have a bank open. I've not seen her shy away from banks before. She is not going to shy away from it here. So let's open up quite a bit. But again, she's going to clip that cue ball close up to that 7. Not a bad leave. Jose gets a little love off the 3 ball, a little Karen love. Hear him in the background saying no way. Yeah, sometimes you get a little love from the table here. Go forward on this just a little bit. It's going to naturally come off that right-hand long rail, but not too much. That way you have good shape here for the 7. You want it off that right-hand long rail is what you want. Now, if you feel more confident, of course, you can go 7 first, but just got to make sure you feel confident going after that 3 afterwards. No matter what you're left with, you got to feel confidence in that 3. I like going after 3 right now. What's up, Kat? Good morning. Oh, is he going to get the luck? And he does. I think the 7's still a little left of the 8 ball. Keith Sloan in chat says, get it, April. A lot of people here for Team April. I hear the pencils getting sharpened. I see more clipboards getting ready. Again, guys, we plan on having this thing continuous today. We don't have set round times. We have set your match is done. We got next one ready. Let's go. We're going to knock this thing out in a good amount of time today. 17 teams, so we do got a lot to get through. A lot of matches. There we go. She didn't lead the 3-ball anywhere favorable. Only issue is 8 balls close towards that bottom short rail, so. He says call the side pocket. No, don't call the side pocket that one. Oh, man. Not if you're at the same point in the live stream where we are. Jose overcutting that here, risking the scratch, but again, gets the leave again. 7-ball is in the way. I see a little frustration coming from April on this, but that's why you can't care about it. You cannot let it bother you at all. It does not matter. Even heard her say can't get any luckier. That's funny. Both teams cutting up a little bit on that. Wendy saying, let's go, Sista, from the Sisters Before Misters team. Although last year in Vegas, there were definitely some Misters there. But that was a fun women's team to see play out in Vegas last year. I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to the team's event in Vegas this year, though. I'm hoping to see if we can have a movement forward. Team canceled Christmas last year, did a great job, really pushing through so many teams in Vegas. I mean, that was a really high-end run for Jacksonville APA. Naomi says, I need to speak to a manager. She's talking about because of the leave there. Honestly, April just needs to go in that left-hand long rail. She needs to do the mirror trick here from the 8-ball to the left-hand long rail and go into it. I think you got a little bit of a better window if you overhit it. It's going to be tough, though. Most people here are going to opt to go in that right-hand long rail, but I feel like both the 3 and potentially the side pocket are messing up your spacing for that here, unless you allow a fair amount of right here to open up. If you do, maybe go right above that side pocket. Yeah, in fact, I'd probably be right around that first diamond above the right-hand side pocket here. Use probably maybe about a half a tip-ish of right. Well, almost like she was going for the 2-rail. The 2-rail there might be enough room past the 3. I didn't even see the 2-rail option. I'm just worried about hitting the bottom end of the 8-ball and scratching bottom left-hand corner pocket if she goes that route. And might carry him, really might do the 2-rail, carry him off the bottom end of that 8 and fly its happy tail down to that bottom left-hand corner pocket. Oh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one for sure. Oh, no. And that would be a scratch on 8. Jose will get the win there. Team They Not Like Us up 4-1. Ben and Ricky coming back to the table. Ben trying to keep everything in focus for his team. Oh, I see some more score sheets getting turned in. Looks like some more matches are finishing. Looks like Team Rat D's got the win. Jason's team, another one of them. In fact, one of only 2. Both We're Just Here and Rack D's are the 2 teams running only a 3-person roster. Very interesting here. Hey, Rodney over here on my YouTube side said, what's the format, voice? This is the team captains format, so this is a very interesting one. You have up to a 5-player roster. You run 3 people at a time. You set your lineup at the beginning of the matchup between the 2 teams, and you will go from lowest skill level to highest, max total skill level of 15. For the Super 7s out there, so 7 non-players, they go as a skill level 7. You can only have one of the higher tiered skill level players on the roster. So you can only play, you can only play one of them. You can have multiple, but you can only play one of them, and that being skill level 6 or 7. If you play another one, it's the same thing as breaking the 23 rule, is the way it works, and would end up in a forfeit. But yeah, the way they do is first rack is 8 ball, second rack is 9 ball, and you just keep rotating. So player 1 goes against player 1 every time. Player 2 goes against player 2 every time. Player 3 goes against player 3. You just keep rotating 8 ball, 9 ball. The winning team of the previous rack is the same team that breaks. And it's all rack space. Keep that in mind. Everybody gets a little confused on that point when it comes to 9 ball side. 9 ball is rack space, and early 9 does count. Been trying to play a defense there. Still kept eyes on it for Mr. Ricky. Team they not like us. Again, up 4-1. Ricky looking like he's looking to play a defense here as well, trying to hit the right-hand side of that one. Hits it hard, though. Sends the cue ball back up table. It's going to clip into the 9. No, it's going to land right below it here. Doesn't look like it really opened up much of a shot for Ben. Now, he can drill into this, though. There is a nice little bank here, bottom right-hand corner pocket, but you got to hit it and hit it firm. Straight on, so that way the cue ball doesn't drift in that left-hand side pocket. I'm talking about you do need to pop it pretty good. Looks like there should still be a little bit of opening there from the 3. I don't know if it's makeable for sure, but you should still be able to clip into it without it being too big of an issue. Ronnie says, looking forward to seeing you in Orlando. Yeah, next weekend. Yes, sir. We play at noon, so if you're going from the morning, we'll see you sometime. Yes, sir. If everything works out well, my plan is to be there hopefully Thursday and set up early. So, play doesn't start till Friday, but hopefully be there Thursday. I always am a fan of getting things done early, and I'd rather be there 12 hours early than than rushing to set up. But definitely, man, I'll see you there, Rodney. Make sure to stop by the booth, say hi. Looking forward to a good time. All of us teams coming together, kind of like a nice little family reunion. That's opened up pretty good for Ricky. The issue is getting from the 2 to the 3, though. Naturally, he's going to hit a little bit more of the bottom side of that 2 ball, clipping in that right-hand side pocket. Cue ball's going to want to drift down. Oh, no. He had a good straight shot in. Good bottom. Great control, Ricky. Nicely done. I see here, corrected. Camera angles get me every single time. Smooth stroke this, though. There you go. Small miss, but naturally that cue ball is going to pop back out. Keep my eyes on the 4. More score sheets being turned in. Not too bad. Goodness gracious. Fix to be 11-20. You know, if some of the teams went the distance, potentially had to play out all their racks. You know, you could have had some teams potentially going 9 racks total in that time frame. Not too shabby. Had a good players meeting this morning. Always love the team captains tournament for the players meeting because you got just a whole room of captains. So, well, it works out pretty well. Pretty well. Keep in mind, as always, too, guys, this is a modified single elimination. Just normal APA there. Guaranteed to play twice, not guaranteed to lose twice. Ben with an opportunity here for an early 9. He's going to go for that opportunity and gets it. Team, we're just here with a nice early out there by Ben. Give me just 1 second, guys. right.
Put match 11 on table 25.
All right. Let's see here. Match 11, 4 Duchesses and the Duke versus That's Not Luck. Oh, too good. All right, Kat and Marlena back to the live stream. Let's see here. All right, guys, I'm trying to get caught up over here. Let's see, 4 Duchesses and a Duke versus That's Not Luck. All right, Mr. Omar's team versus Miss Samantha Shea's team. All right. All right, the other table is not on the field just yet, so we're going to stay attuned to this match for the time being. Sorry, guys, I was kind of getting things set up for the next one here. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let's get back to the action on this one here. Ooh, you got quite a bit actually to work on this one still. And a little bit of the clusters. Marlena already trying to take a look at which way to go, but not liking any of her options right off the bat. And also like she was trying to aim to cut that 10 for a second there. She needs to go bottom right for sure. Yeah, she was trying to back cut it, but it was below the side pocket. That was a tough back cut in the side pocket. I'm a little surprised she went for that shot.
We've all been looking on that.
That's your bracket. That's your match number.
Where is it going to have?
It'll say table, just like it does in those first matches.
Okay, all right.
Populate.
Yeah, it's not on country sport. It's on a different thing. That's why I was like, why can't
Good luck, Robbie.
Stepping in bloody, he shot like a beast. He did good. He came in, I broke my ankle. I said, don't, no excuse. I got it. There you go.
Oh, nice shot. Forgive me, guys. I'm making some adjustments right now. Kimmy saying Cat needs a shot right now. Kimmy needs a little more enthusiasm. There you go. Oh, fortunate scratch there.
There's no publishing here. It's all live. Yeah, so you shouldn't even have to. Yeah, I was looking at
Sorry, guys. Bear with me for just a moment while this match is going. focus. There we go. Ooh, nice hit by Marlena. She's actually got really good run potential right here. If she can clear out this bottom half of the table, I'd say she's about to have a good little run here. Take that last stripe off the top short rail, take the 8 top left-hand corner pocket. Cat can actually let this open up quite a bit. She can get eyes on that 7-2. She's in a tough predicament to get back shape on it, though. Hits it smooth. She avoids that right-hand side pocket. 5's a little closer for her. And Cammy trying to cheer on Miss Cat, saying, here we go. Fortunately, she missed that one just by the hair on chin there. That was a small miss. It was a good try, though. I was more worried about her potentially getting the scratch again. There was an opportunity to get back to that top right-hand corner of the table to get the 7 next, but it was tough. All right. Let's see if Cat can get a little bit more action going. Nice little timeout. Ben over here at the table talking to her about it. And he's going to tell her to just play defense here, get her 7 off that rail. I like it, too, because, honestly, she's not going to leave the cue ball in a real favorable position. The cue ball needs to stay behind the 8, though. If she lets Marlena swing at that 9 towards the bottom left-hand corner pocket, Marlena may end up taking over that pocket if she doesn't end up potting the 9 ball successfully. So you got to play smart here, play a defense for sure. Play a defense for sure. While they're still talking about, let's check in on the other table here. I see Mr. Duke's at the table for team 4 Duchesses and Duke. We're going to come back to the other table here in just a second. She's getting the bridge out. I did not see who team that's not put up. Looks like Jesse to the table there. That'll be their first throw. Okay. So 3. Wow, they can go really high on that. All right, Cat is at the table here. Played that defense. She played it very well, actually. Very smart defense. Let's go. What a shot. Very smart. Very, very smart. Marlena trying to fire it all the way down. And doesn't get love at the same time. Scoops up the 8 close to the 7. Cat is going to have a good possibility here, though. Go after that 5 first. Just don't get hooked behind the 9. There we go. Good shot. She clips into the 13. Sends it on across rail, but she is set up beautifully for that 7. The only problem is how it's going to hit into the 8 is the process and the issue. Wow, I just had a very interesting update. Mr. George came by the booth here, turning his table. Team Triple Trouble was down 0-4 against Team Why So Salty and came back and won 5-4 overall. What a win. Goodness gracious. Already a major upset to start the day. That's amazing. Wow, that's so wild and amazing. All right, again, just a little back and forth. Small miss on the 7. Looks like Marlena has enough view here to still clip that 9. Go for a back cut, bottom left-hand corner pocket. That cue ball's going to go flying, though. Yeah, she hits it very hard. Oh, no, ends up potting the 7 in the process, but blocks the 8. There's a back cut potential for that 8 ball, though. There is back cut potential for Miss Cat here. All right, Cat keeps it short and sweet. Honestly, not a bad decision. I was a little worried about that bottom right-hand corner pocket coming in play. And this team has already dealt with one scratch on 8. Do not want a second one underneath your belt. Plus, that would be the overall win for team They Not Like Us. She's firing a little hard on each of these shots. Now, it's going to work out here. Cue ball is going to be all the way down here towards the bottom short rail and leave a tougher back cut for Miss Cat. On the second table here, again, 4 Duchesses and the Duke versus team That's Not Luck. Still playing matchup number 1, which is Duke versus Miss Jessie. And Cat just got a brilliant out on that 8 ball. Very, very well played. That would make it 3-4 here. Guys, I'm going to cheat here because I'm trying to keep up some of the action between both tables as much as I can for you guys. And I really want to be able to do so on that. So we're just going to cheat and use a little bit of the team names here. So I know which players are on the table. That way we can kind of go back and forth here between them. Again, 4 Duchesses and Duke here versus That's Not Luck. Miss Jess hit table for team That's Not Luck. First rack. We'll come on back over as soon as April's ready for the break. She is right about, oh, Miss Jessie with a small miss there. Not a bad leave on that 6. Not a bad leave. Let's take a look at the break from April. Good shot here. Get a lot of movement in on the 9. One ball was heading down towards the bottom short rail. Question is, did it pop off? It is off that short rail. She's got good eyes on the 1. Tough shot to get back to the 2. She needs to manipulate the cue ball a little bit over and get back over there a little closer towards the top right-hand quadrant, not all the way up there, but just at least towards that direction. I'd like a little bit of right from her on this. Just a smidgen. Probably half a tip. Fires it hard, though. Clips into the 4 completely. Small miss. There's an opportunity for a wild swing here for Mr. Jose Cordero. April with ball in hand. Looks like that first rack is still going on over there for the second table. Smooth pot there. She wanted to come out a little bit further for that 2, unless she's going to go for the 2-9 Karen, which is definitely possible. Yeah, she absolutely want to go for that. This could be a good early out and may see a Hill thriller on our hands, which would be amazing because Team We're Just Here was behind quite a bit. And Team They're Not Like Us has had a pretty significant lead here overall. Been playing really well. Really, really well. Again, first matchup between April and Jose went towards Jose for the regular win here. Second matchup, unfortunate scratch on the 8 by April there. Went to Jose again. So this third matchup here, she swung for it. I like the swing. I like the swing. That was a good try by April. Very nice attempt. Again, that is I would say, at least in some cases, that is a very smart play. I don't want to say on the regular basis because that could get you in trouble sometimes. But in this format, I would say that is a very wise decision to try to go for it if it's gonna not yield the same shot right back to your opponent here, in which Jose is going to give her another swing at this. Some bottom should connect that cue ball right on over to that 9. Oh, she's going defense, so not swinging for that. Hides behind the 8. Nice defense, smart play. Very well done. Looks like a good hit from Jose. Has opened up for the bottom left-hand corner pocket for April. 4-ball in a very big predicament, though. Dare say it's almost not worth making the 2, but if you're going to and you want to keep it simple, roll forward just a little bit, keep a window on the 4. You can still pot it in that top right-hand corner pocket. You just have such a very, very tight-knit window here. Here's some clapping on the other table, taking a quick gander. I see Jessie still at the table here. And looks like she did get that first point win against Duke there. Very interesting here. So, kit for Team 4 Duchesses and the Duke. Mr. Dan Blair, my arch nemesis from the last time on this here, coming up to the table for that one. Again, Team That's Not Luck up 1-0 in what I'm assuming is going to be their race to 5 probably. Most teams are going to use all them skill level points because you got a huge range, right? You got between 13 to 15 skill level points, puts you at an even race 5-5. If you go below that and go to 12 skill level points, that's when it can be a 5-4 race instead. But overall, majority of teams are going to field that full 15, especially by having one of the higher skill levels in there. That skill level 6 or 7 in that bunch makes that a very high probability. Kelly already calling more matches here, guys. We are rolling, man. Today is booking it. Let's go. Oh, good try by April on the 4-ball here. It's going to pop back out, though, and open up for Jose. Team They Not Like Us. Tough predicament where that 5 is. You can cut that 4 in that left-hand side pocket. He can roll the 4 on up here. He's not going to have a lot of opportunity for the 5 unless he gets all the way back upfield and back down by cutting in the left-hand side pocket, but he needs to let it go. Yeah, I was afraid of that clip onto the 9, but I didn't think it was going to get that close to the pocket. Oh, Jose almost getting a nice early 9. I did not think it was going to clip that far over. Well played. Good try there, sir. Very good try. April back to the table, looking at the 4-9 situation. Now, this is where I'm going to say that it may not be the best to go after this here. This is where I think you may have the potential higher possibility of leaving a shot up for your opponent. Nope, she gets love off the 9. Now it's going to drift on back down close to the cue ball. They don't clip up, though. She's still towards the bottom half of the table. She's shooting over the rail. But good eyes on the 5. Nice little roll forward. Take 5 top right, 6 bottom right, 7 top left. Just depends on how you get your lead from your 7 to your 8. But you definitely want to be coming back downfield sooner rather than later. Can't be screaming over there, no! Can't be get worried, too, over there. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Not one bit. Megan, welcome to the stream here. Hope you're doing well. Guys, feel free to root on all your teams here. We are bouncing between 2 tables, table 24 and 25. The what I call the arena tables here at OG Cue Ball, because they're still in the arena section that used to have the 9-foot table. But, yeah, we are watching right now Team We're Just Here versus They're Not Like Us. Mr. Jose Cordero up for They're Not Like Us, and they have had a significant lead this entire match. Now it's only down to a 2-1 race left in the pickings. On the other table here, we do have Miss Kit Crawford for the 4 Duchesses and a Duke, and she's up against Dan Blair. Jose moving that 7-mile back. Needs to make sure he confirms with April about it. They got to both agree where it was and move it back to where it was. Common misconception there where, you know, the person's like, you can just leave it. No, you need to roll it back where you think it was. Ball in hand to April here. There is another early 9 potential. 5, roll it down bottom right. 6, 9 combo to the bottom left-hand corner pocket. I don't know if she's going to go for that. If she's not, she wants some angle here off this 5, so she pops back out, which it looks like she's set up for the angle. I would like a little bit more distance from that cue ball so it pops back out sooner. Right here, so I'm going to have a lot of time to want to drift over. Yeah. Ooh, she clips up almost to the 50-yard line, very close to it. Keep in mind, distance and speed are your friends when you want angles and stuff to open up. Great shot, though. Clips into the 8. Yes, she does. She is on a run potential. This is huge. This is huge. We could see the Hill Thriller that we all crave and love to see on the live stream. I know it's nail biters for the players, but nothing makes for better entertainment than nice Hill Thrillers. Good smooth follow through on that. Almost would like to see a timeout here. Just go and discuss. There we go. Timeout time indeed. Going to discuss about getting back for this 9. This is important. This is so important right here. You got to watch out because you can overdo this situation. Scratching that right-hand side pocket if you try to do too much. While we're waiting on that timeout, let's take a quick gander at the second table here. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to get that better. Trying to get my buttons in place here. Playing a little swap-a-roo here. Now, again, the score over here, though, is 0-1 in favor of That's Not Luck. And again, I will switch back over in just a moment to the other table. Timeout still going on between Ben and April. You guys are not missing much. Dan Blair to the table. And again, this is match number 2, so they are playing 9-ball. Ooh, good fire there on that 4 left-hand side pocket. He's opening up the shot still for the bottom left-hand corner pocket for Kit, but a little bit of a back cut. Could be a little bit of a tester from the distance. We are on the 8-foot diamonds here at the OG Cue Ball. Keep that in mind. Good try from April, and that leave will do nicely. Jose was getting some of the rolls during the last match, last rack between them two, and looks like April was finally able to cash in a little bit of a roll for herself. So this is a good one. Now it's tough to tell; they could be frozen. Looks like, looks like Kelly's getting called over for a shot watch. right, while we are waiting. Actually, sometimes Jose shoots a little fast here. We might give it just a second. I don't want to jump over and miss the shot. Still 4 object balls on the other table between Kit versus Dan. Guys, also keep in mind as well, do not hesitate to contact the office throughout this week here. Let us know if you're looking for any options about play for Diamond Billiards or 9-Ball North. Both are going to have multiple new nights in the works. Take advantage of that. And also let us know if you're interested in potentially a little travel division at Beaches Cue Ball with the Moose Lodge. That's potentially new for this this upcoming session as well here. So. All right. Looks like they're going to call for this one to be watched as well. April's going to be stretching a little bit, so to an extent, I don't blame them for calling for the watch on this one. Oh, nope, she's going to call the bridge out. I don't think she may not have to use the bridge here. Yeah, she's going to be stretching a little bit. It's going to be an awkward angle, but if she, get her leg over, should be able to get comfortable. Just get comfortable in your shot before you take it, though. There you go, good hit. Not going to leave her much for that 9. She may go swinging wild for it for the top right-hand corner pocket. She can just clip in this here, and she could have clipped into the right-hand side of it, though, and sent it straight up to the top short rail. She has left Jose with the option, top right-hand corner pocket. Tough one here because I've seen the shot get rattled quite a bit. This could be it right here. And I overheard him saying he was worried about scratching. A little top there keeps him from scratching, keeps it from being an issue. April back to the table again, trying to make it hill. If so, we'll have Ben back to the table again for team We're Just Here, and we'll see Mr. Ricky here for team They Not Like Us. That 9-ball slows down. That's not going to be a bad leave at all. That leave will do. Both players trying their best. Got to be careful on this one, though. A lot of people like to go for the bank. You can fire it, you definitely can, but I feel like you lose a lot of traction here, and it just seems willy-nilly, to be honest with you. But it looks really cool if it works. And that's going to roll close to that side pocket. That has opened up beautifully for that side pocket. April should be able to get the out here, and we should have a hill-hill matchup. Let's see if she can complete this and get it done. And we do. Nicely done. That will make it 4-4 overall on this one. We're going to jump on back over. And right now, 0-1 over here for this matchup. Again, that is Mr. Dan Blair to the table for team That's Not Luck. Up in the lead right now, 1-0. And Miss Kit Crawford coming back to the table here for team Four Duchesses and the Duke. Dare say the Duke of Jacksonville. By the way, we had a nice little sportsmanship, good handshake between Ben and them. They are already broke here. right, that is Mr. Ricky back to the table. Again, Hill Thriller on table 25 or 24 here. I'm sorry. And what you guys didn't see on scene here was, again, both these gentlemen shaking hands. I love the sportsmanship. Good luck to both teams, but it all boils down to the last rack. Nice smooth shot there on that 9 ball. Even rolling the 7 almost a little closer to that 1. That would have been nice if it would have landed right up on top of it. Made things a little bit more difficult for his opponent, Ben, but no go on that. And looks like he's hooked a little bit, so he's going to opt to go after the 13 now. Not sure what his plan is here. I don't want to see him break up. Did not want to see him break up those solids. There was no need. No. Remember, leave the problem balls to your opponent. If it's their object balls, I'm sorry, leave it to them to have to deal with. Really looking this over. Back cut on the 5, come around the 4. Start working on some of this bottom half of the table. Oh, no, he's just going after the 4. Get some love? No, he doesn't. I was about to have that side pocket, but now he's made things a little tougher for stripes. He does have the 1-2 ball there stuck up amongst the 3 stripes, which is definitely an issue for him, without a doubt. But I think we're going to see a real nail biter here, to say the least. Another gentleman with a good, clear path to run this out. So if you ever take a look here, Dan Blair potting that beautifully. Again, for team That's Not Luck, up 2-0 right now. Sorry about that. Didn't want to miss that. Coming up next on that table will be Miss Samantha Shea representing 4 Duchesses, Anna Duke versus Omar for That's Not Luck. Omar, part of one of the teams last year that took the win and got to go to Vegas. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if I'd be messing that 15 just yet or not. I don't know. You got all this mess over here on that left-hand long rail to start digging into, and you need to. You need to start digging into it sooner rather than later. Small miss there by Ben. Gets the one back down here close to the bottom left-hand corner pocket. Ricky's coming back to the table again for They Not Like Us. And honestly, I'm kind of ready to see him start messing with this situation. I don't know if he's going to find himself in a great opportunity unless he rolls up on this and keeps an angle to where he can break into it some, which he can do. He can roll forward on top on this. Ricky's looking at this right now. I mean, he could use some bottom here. It looks like on that 14 ball, take that 14 top right, and maybe, just maybe get it to clip into it. He just doesn't have to use a lot of bottom. If he uses too much, it's going to jet over and hit before it, hitting that left-hand long rail or scratching the left-hand side pocket if he uses too much. So he was trying to, oh, he's done booked up another solid into the bunch now. It looks like we got 3 solids and 3 stripes, at least equal opportunity into that one. But goodness gracious, great balls of fire. This is a mess. Somebody call a cleaning service or something, because that has got to be taken care of. Goodness gracious. Honestly, not a bad miss right there. Both gentlemen kind of flirting with about the same kind of setup here, minus the 6 ball being the one extra, but both having 2 of their object balls towards the bottom left, the other one towards the top right, and then again the cluster field that neither has really went after and attacked. And it remains. I mean, honestly, we're just going to keep seeing it back and forth. We might see something here from Ben, because he can get a bump into that 7 and really not do much with that cluster. I would not be upset with that. Would not be upset with that. I don't know if he can freely get his 3 or 2 out of there, but again, he can go and start working towards it. It looks like he may be opting here in just a second to start taking over that top right-hand corner pocket. Went for the bank here, gets it clean as can be, right past the 6 ball as well. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Look at this bank here again. Wow, wow, wow. That was brilliant. And he does somewhat take over that top right-hand corner pocket. There's still opportunity there for Ricky, but still takes it over. All right, Ricky's going to be the first one of the 2 here to really go after this, and he's just going to barely nudge it, going for the defense. And just hand him ball in hand. Honestly, I mean, what's it? It's not going to make a difference. Why swing? Why break out more and then give him ball in hand in case you miss hit any of that situation? Just give him ball in hand here. Let him go after it. See what he can do. But there's not really much of a need to swing it much here. He's going to go after his 6 top right, but yeah, he doesn't let it open up much. And here we go. Ball in hand back to Ricky, but Ricky, when he went after that shot here, wanted to get a little bit more out of it. He's got to start doing something with that mess.
That's what the people wanted. That's a great match. Oh my God, both played so good. So good. Can't wait to watch it. You need it.
Yeah, he needs to do something similar here. He needs to break out that 10. He needs to start clipping out a little bit at a time from it. Start wearing it down. Oh, it's too early for the timeout. No. Way too early for the timeout. Yep. Go after that 10-11 right there. Again, start working on a little bit at a time. No matter what, he's got to start going after something over here. We're going to scooch back over to 4 Duchesses here. They are up 2-0. Miss Samantha Shea at the helm versus Omar for this rack. this is matchup number 3. So they are on 8-ball. Sam with a great run potential. A little back and forth action with all these solids. She's going to drift down just a little bit. Oh, I thought she was going to go for the 1 here. She's going to opt for the 6 instead. Eventually she's going to drift down, though. But, I mean, if she's fairly straight on, she should be fine with this. Just roll forward a tiny bit here. There we go. Ricky's still working on the situation over there. He did knock out the 10, and he got ball in hand again from Ben. And I'll switch back in just a moment on that matchup, the Hill Thriller. And looks like Ricky finally got the breakout here. We're going to switch back over after the shot. And, oh, unfortunate scratch from Miss Samantha Shea. Yeah, he did. He got the breakout there. 7's not quite freed. 3 should have room to that top left-hand corner pocket, but oh, he's clipped up close to that 15. He is clipped up close. This is no bueno. He was not trying to be. He was trying to take the 15 second here, and what I'm guessing is probably head on downfield. There we go. Good defense there, leaving that cue ball towards the top short rail. Ben may opt to make this mess dirty again, to be honest with you. I don't know if he will for sure, but Bo Chelman, again, not trying to sell out this rack, understanding what's at stake. Now, locally, though, no matter which way that happens with this matchup here, both teams will still be in it. Modified single elimination. Eventually, it comes to the part of the day where it is all single elimination. But right now, we are in the first matchup between these teams of the day, and no matter what happens, they will continue on, one through the winner's side, one through the one-loss side bracket. And it got messy again. I don't think that's quite what he's going for, but it works. It definitely works. Dell says, I'm only captain again if Tim can play as my captain's partner. I love it. Unfortunately, if you mean me, Dale, if you're talking about me specifically, there's a couple Tims in the league. But if you're talking about me specifically, unfortunately here, I can no longer play in these tournaments due to my work for Jacksonville APA. So I am out of the run-ins for it, but I appreciate it, though, again, if you're talking about me. Although, again, I will say this is the most fun tournament. I enjoy this. I don't think he was looking to make that. I think he was playing that as a defensive shot. That's a smart move. Smart move. So, looks like Omar, I believe, got the win against Samantha Shea over there. So, team that's not luck here should be up 3-0. And then they rotate right on back into order here on 9-ball, but it's Miss Jessie versus Duke at the table for the other matchup. Hey, Shree, what's up, bud? How you doing? Welcome into the live stream, sir. Appreciate the likes on the stream, guys. Don't hesitate to like the stream, share it out as well. There are quite a few y'all that can be taking advantage of subscribing to us on YouTube. Don't forget, this week, coming up, I believe both Monday, Tuesday, and I think Wednesday, if my memory serves me correctly, live streams coming up from the office. More wild card draws happening, which I hope you guys are enjoying that as much as I am. I'm a big fan of that idea. And then on top of that, some new bylaw changes. This is very, very important. I have found that there are quite a few, and captains, I love y'all, but I found there are quite a few captains, I used to be one of them, that did not know the bylaws, were not aware of the bylaws, weren't even aware that there were bylaws. So make sure you tune in to that, guys, and if you miss it, it'll still be there for you to watch. Shree says at West Palm for the dog show. If not, you know I'll be there playing. Yeah, I'm surprised you're not here, brother. Hope you're having a good dog show. You got a dog entered in it? Doris over there says, good afternoon, Tim. Thanks for the live stream. My pleasure, Doris. How you doing today? Welcome in. Welcome in. And thank you for saying afternoon. I haven't made the mistake yet between morning and afternoon, but it's going to happen probably around 3 o'clock if I had to guess. Y'all know I do it. Y'all, it is guaranteed every stream. Well, the run potential for Ben is huge right now. Oh, he was trying to pull that on back. He may have room there. It's hard for me to tell from this camera angle, but he may be able to work with that 7 in that left-hand side pocket. And forgive me here, I didn't even see the 2 sneaking in here in that bottom left-hand corner pocket. 3 ball's going to drift all the way back up table. Well, he's got a lot of back and forth, so. Showing, Shree says he is showing a dog for the show and a few other friends' dogs too. Let's go. Had a little break, so watching the live stream. Man, I'm glad you tuned in. It sounds like you got a busy day. Shree, I don't remember, and maybe I've asked you, so forgive me if we talked about it before. What sort of doggo do you have? That's really cool that you're doing dog shows, though, my friend. That's pretty bad at the bone. Love it, love it, love it. So I say, I wonder if he can pull back on this 7 and hide up with that 8. Play a defense here. He's going to let it stroke out. And that leave will do the trick here. 3 blocking access to the 2 stripes on the left-hand side pocket, the 11 and 14. 8 looks like it's blocking access to the 15 here. That was actually a very brilliant leave. Ben, I'm going to give you super props here. Quick little instant replay on this. I cannot believe it, and especially with him letting it stroke out going between the 2 rails. I mean, he got in the perfect window. If Ben gets ball in hand here, it may be over for Team They Not Like Us. And after the very significant lead they had, I mean, at one point they were up 3-1 and made it to the hill first. Man. Ricky here has got to get a good hit no matter what. No matter what, you cannot leave ball in hand access on this run. If so, I mean, the run is pretty tic-tac-toe. And it will be ball in hand. 7 ball, bottom left-hand corner pocket. Take a little bit of a cut on the 3, so that way you come off that top short rail, back around for the 8. Both 3 and 8 in the top left-hand corner pocket. Tic-tac-toe it. Man. Man. Yeah, this is normal runs for these guys, so we'll see if Ben can close out for his team. Doesn't mean anything's a gimme. It just means the odds are a little bit more favored, is what I would say. So. There we go. Oh, he should still have a little angle. Even if he doesn't, he can roll forward and take the 8 in the right-hand side pocket. They're still the 8's in such a great position on the middle section of the top half of the table. I mean, it's good out of the way. But, yeah, he's looking at that top left-hand corner pocket, so he definitely wants to bring it on around. I feel like he's a little bit straighter than he wants to be on this shot. But, again, even if he is, just roll forward on it. Yep. He's going to keep it simple. Take the 8 right-hand side pocket. Got to be able to adjusting your shots here, guys. If you don't get it and make it the way you want to, you got to be able to realign, and that's exactly what he's done right here. Marking that right-hand side pocket, as indicated with his pocket marker being from the middle diamond in between the 2 pockets, but it's further down. That's the easiest way for you to know. There's been confusion about that before, a while ago actually. Hasn't been a hot moment. But again, your pocket marker, whichever pocket it's closer to, is which one you're marking. And that'd be a good out, team. We're just here taking out They Not Like Us, winning overall 5-4. What an exciting match, too, here. It looked like it was about to be lights out for them, but they got the win. We're going to come on back over to the other table here. All right, let me get the score updated. Should be 0-3. And again, we got Team 4 Duchesses and the Duke versus That's Not Luck. Trying to double check with Sam here to get a score update, but I'm fairly certain it's 0-3. Let's go, Ben. Austin says air horn effect. That's a little bow, 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 bow. I got you, but hold on. I can do it better for you. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, that was a good win. That was huge. That was huge. That was a tough comeback, you know. I mean, that was not an easy run at all. They went the full distance. You're talking about just over a little over a 2-hour match. I mean, that was a long one. That's where, with it being a long match like that, that's where not having a 5-person roster can start to wear on you on a full day of pool. But also, I mean, you got nothing to worry about. You know, you got none of the team fights or anything amongst who's going to play, which lineup, et cetera, et cetera. You got one straightforward lineup. It's nice. Like I said, I'm a fan of it. Again, I would love to see, you know, next time that we have this later on in the year, I'd love to see 20-plus teams and see a couple more running that 3-person roster. But you gotta start prepping for it early. You gotta start prepping for it early for sure. That was a great shot by Miss Jessie here. Good eyes on the 7. Good shape for the 8. It's all about being able to get that 8, come off that top short rail. You do not want to be straight on this shot, and she is going to be looking like she's pretty straight on this shot. She wanted an angle. She's going to have a tough time for a team that's not luck here to get back to the 9. Looks like he's going to try for the bank. He can let this open up, actually, and still get back down for the 9. No, he goes for the defense. Gets the rail. That's a good defense. Smart play. Smart play. All right, timeouts. Mr. Omar to the table. I don't know if he's telling her to play defense or if he's actually telling her to swing at this and let it open up. Yeah, there's a nice little almost 2-way you can go after here. And it pops out. That will work. Duke fires it. No, hangs it in the pocket after such a good shot. Wow. I'm surprised he put so much oomph on it, but goodness gracious. It's hard for me to tell. The 8 ball's out of the pocket just a little bit, but I think Miss Jessie's still going to be able to clip it. It's just a matter of if she can force the cue ball back downfield or not. Worry about the side pocket. She's going to drift right below it, though. She gets in a striking zone for that 9. Gets in that striking zone. A little bit of outside English there, left English with that shot. She could have been in a little better positioning. But, again, we always got to take things in mind here. Miss Jessie, skill level 3, Duke, skill level 4. Not everybody always has that capability to throw that outside English in place. Tough cut here. 9 ball off rail. She hits it good. No, it is going to rattle. 4 Duchesses and the Duke. Mr. Duke himself will have the opportunity to get on the board. And, guys, I'm going to validate here and just say make sure I got the score correct. I'm fairly certain I do. But that should be 1-3. Yes, Cammie, Ben won. Yes, ma'am. Now, had you just stuck in the stream, you would have seen the action, Cammie. Come on now. Don't be leaving me hanging. I'm just kidding with you. But, no, seriously, Ben won. Guys, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. That is Mr. Dan Blair for Team That's Not Luck, coming up to play his second matchup against Miss Kit Crawford. They'll be playing 8-ball this time around. Give me one second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute up. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I am back double checking on some things, making sure the score was correct. Everything's going. We do not have a second matchup right this second on the other table, so we're going to stay here for the 4 Duchesses and the Duke versus That's Not Luck. We still got another matchup going from round 1 right now that we are waiting on. And we'll try to give you as much action as I can today. I hope you guys are kind of enjoying a little bit of the back and forth action. Trying to focus on one primarily, but give you guys a little bit of everything. All right, got a little bit of issues on this table. Fairly decent opening on size, but exception that bottom left-hand corner pocket. So Dan's gonna have a little bit of work, but he's got a great run potential right here. He needs to look at that 4-ball first. He's not gonna have a lot of times getting that window of opportunity for that 4, and he looks at it right away. I like bringing up here last time during Team Captain's Tournament here. The team Dan was on. We played against each other. In fact, Dan was my direct opponent. Had my number every time. That man was a very, very tough cookie to crack. And in fact, honestly, I never did end up cracking that cookie here. He unfortunately lost rack number 3. And because of that, Omar got to the table. We ended up getting the team win. Omar finished off with a break and run. And we got to go represent over in Viva Las Vegas. So I like this pickup of Dan on a team. I feel like he's definitely going to be one of the toughest competitors for your middle player that's in any roster right now. So nothing against anybody else, but I think he's a very good pick. Oh, goodness gracious, cue ball gone. We're at cue ball billiards, but that cue ball went flying. Activated its American Express frequent flyer miles and took a trip. Miss Dawn said, "Oh, you couldn't find a team, Dawn?" So say there's even, although I'm a fan of, there's still 2 teams here with only 3 players on it, and looks like only one other team with 4 players on it here. There may have been some room for you somewhere. Make sure, guys, always, and I'm not saying you didn't do it, Miss Dawn, but this just brings up a good point. Make sure always message the office just in case. That kind of stuff. Look for the Facebook post as well. So, yeah, especially being a lower skill level, Miss Dawn, that could have been some teams that may have picked you up. Well, this table's done gotten very interesting here with the way everything's running out. And doing a little too much on that shot. Rattles that bottom right-hand corner pocket. Seemed a little disappointed in the leave. I'm just wondering what either player is going to do about the two object balls here tied up with each other. For sure the two and that other stripe bottom left-hand corner pocket. Dan at least has the nice, bottom right-hand corner pocket as a reset with the 7 ball sitting in there, which is really good. And he may have an angle here soon to where he can use that to get a breakout with that 2 and that stripe. One still not in a great position, though. He's taking out everything else. I'm worried, really worried about with him leaving this 1 and this 2 ball. Fires it on over. What do you do now? Oh, Omar's calling timeout now, but I wonder why he just waited. Honestly, though, I see the setup he's coaching him through here, and this is actually very brilliant. Look at that here. If he can clip in that 1, he can get that 1 away from the bunch here, get a good, very, very good break into the stripe and 2 ball. Nice little carom into it. Hits it really hard, though. I would say that may be a little bit of a more favorable situation. Great leave, though. Not mad at the leave. Keep off the bottom short rail. Not leaving Kit with a lot of opportunity, but I'm trying to consider whether or not he really made this better for him or not. I'm worried about the 1. It's tough from the camera angle to tell. If the 1 has room to come past the 8 to the bottom left-hand corner pocket, I'm not as worried. Then I would say he absolutely opened himself up a good opportunity here. Kit with the drain, though, top right-hand corner pocket. What a shot. Wow. That was not an easy one. She was very close to that object ball at 13 and hits it beautifully there, top right. Goodness gracious. And right after, pots that 11 ball, top left-hand corner pocket during the replay here. Nicely done. Very impressive shot. Can't beat that with the stick here, but you can make it happen with the cue. Little cross make action. Nope, she's going to keep it short, keep it simple. Bring that 10 ball out, a little bit more of the center part of the table. Dan's going to go for the back cut here. May get a breakout of the 1-8. And he does. Ooh, I thought the cue ball was going to straight line that top left-hand corner pocket, but it beelined it right to the right-hand side of it. Tough cut if he goes for this. I actually kind of like the bank. I know it may sound silly, but I like the bank indeed. And that's why it acts almost like a 2-way. You may make it, still have eyes on the 8. You may block the pocket, even if you don't make it, or you may block up the 8 here. It works very well. Multi-purpose shot. That was a very wise decision. That's what I'm talking about, guys. I'm telling you, Dan is no joke, man. No joke. Kit ain't either, though. Kit's played some of the Tuesday Night Masters. She's done really well on that. Had a lot of fun with it. So she has absolutely had the opportunities and has taken it to amplify her game as well. I think Sam's trying to just ensure that Kit doesn't leave an easy opportunity on that 1 ball. There may still be the back cut there. That's tough, though. There is a possibility that he hits that 8 first. I would possibly get this watch just to be on the safe side of things here. In fact, I hear Kelly being yelled for as we speak. Oh, goodness. That's funny. Now, let's keep in mind, as always, here when you want a shot to be watched here, you need to let the opponent know first and then call your referee over. Opponent first, referee second. If you don't let your opponent know and you're over there running around trying to find a referee, and they don't see it and take the shot here, they're not at fault. Good clean hits. Very, very clean hits. Cue ball's drifting, though. He's fixed to have to do it a second time, and he's going to be shooting over the rail. Ooh. Tough pickings. Tough pickings. Keep in mind, team is on Dan is on team. That's not luck here. Up 3-1. If he does and gets this, they will be up 4-1 and on to the hill. There we go. Good out by Dan. Nicely done. Now we'll bring them up 4-1. Let me take a look here as well. Looks like this bracket is booking forward here, and it sure is. It absolutely is. Wow. We're cruising a little bit now on this tournament. All right, back to the table here for Team 4 Duchesses and the Duke here. Miss Samantha Shea, and she'll be against Mr. Omar. Omar gets the break. Keep in mind, now on snap and snuff does count. And nothing on the break here. Good setup on the 1. Sam's going to try her best to get back up field for that 2 ball. Cue ball's going to clip on over. Does it clip on top of the 9? Wow, it clipped right past it. Gets into a window. Goodness gracious. What a shot and a half here. I thought it was going to clip up on the 9 here and leave her stranded. Goes with the 2-4 combo there. Hits it a little firm, but still has windows for the 2 bottom right-hand corner pocket. It's going to be a small miss. Where's that 2 going to get left? Right next to the 5. Not really leaving Omar with a lot to work with. So I'm going to say not a bad leave on that one. We are still waiting for a matchup on table 24. Just as a heads up here, this table to the left-hand part of your screen that you're seeing right now. Just got a little practice happening on it. Omar with a nice hit into it. Actually hit it very well. Sam, good job clipping in that right-hand side pocket. Cue ball's going to clip into the 8. And, ooh, drift right up close to the 3 ball. Shoots on bottom here, cleans it on over. She's having to work on a lot of this. Goes for the bank, hits into the 9 in the process. The run is on, though. The run is definitely on for Omar. This might be lights out here for Team 4 Duchesses and Duke here. 5 ball bottom right, clip on back up field just a little bit here. He's using a little bit inside. Keeps it over there to the right. Yeah, he's set up good. He's got to go back and forth is the main issue. So he's going to be trying to get a little better shape, a little closer to the next object ball. Ooh, they brought back the ribbon trophies. Oh, chat, y'all may not know what I'm talking about on that, but I'll show it on stream here in a little bit once they get set up. But it's the beautiful crystal trophies, but they have these beautiful little lines of ribbon. I mean, that's what it's called on it. I don't know a better way to describe it, but it just adds such a effect to the crystallization of the trophy and the way it looks. So. Let's see here. Is my webcam up? Yeah. All right. Let me put a piece of paper in front of it so you can see a little bit better. It's gonna be tough to see. You're not gonna see the writing, but you see the ribbon though. You see the effect of what I'm talking about. You're not gonna see the writing because the clarity of what's in the. Actually, you might be able to see it better with my shirt. Got the black background with the shirt here, but it says 2025 finalist Team Captains Championship Qualifier, and it's almost like this glittery, to an extent, silvery finish on it as well. Gorgeous trophies. I'm always jealous of these. Mike and Kelly know I'm jealous of these trophies. They are like the most favorite design that they have of them that I just thoroughly enjoy. There we go. All right. Sam with a good try there, but Omar with the opportunity now. This is still technically a first round matchup here, so both teams will still be in it to win it, no matter what happens here. Had to double check my matches here, and that's not luck. We'll get the win overall, 5-1. What a good victory here, guys. Give me just a moment. Let me check in on the other match here because I think we're only moments away from getting more action here on the tables. But in the meantime here. Perfect. All right, Kelly's giving me the word here. Guys, we are going to, hey, Chili, what's up? He says, howdy. How'd the Montreal tournament finish up? It finished up very well here. We had a lot of interesting wins there. We actually got to show the live stream of both the Masters finals and the 8-ball finals. We unfortunately were not able to, due to time, be able to show the women's finals or the 9-ball finals there, Chili. But it is live up on my stream here or on Facebook as well for you to be able to view. But, guys, with that being said, Tim Jones here on behalf of Jacksonville APA, the home to the voice of Jacksonville Pool. Guys, I'll be back to you here in just a few with part 2 of the day for the Team Captains Tournament, coming to you live from one and only Cue Ball Billiards Dinosaur Mode. Guys, see y'all in just a few.
The voice of Jacksonville Pool.